Hey guys, what is up? NYK31 here. Madden 19. This is some weekend league. I didn't play too many games this week. Played maybe a dozen at most, something like that. But anyway, in this video there's going to be like 4 games worth of weekend league games. And weekend league, you see some weird stuff. People play weird. People spam weird things. It's just, varying degrees of people who are clueless, people who are really good at running meta, people who run meta but are really bad at running meta, and people that are somewhere in the middle. That's just the way it is. There's no real getting around that. And, we're running spread, running around with Vic, getting yards with Vic, running spread 4 wide, and we're running, our usual nickel-based match quarters stuff with some 4-3 stuff rolled in there as well. And we're on the march here. And one of the things I really not like at all, I don't like about passing this year is the overabundance of high balling that you have to do. You don't really have much more of an alternative in the red zone other than, to throw high point square ins and skinny posts and maybe a low point hitch or corner route, depending on if you're being played with a hard flat, which you usually are. If it's covered 2, you might have a hole there. But anyway, wasn't able to hang on or stay in bounds, and we go up 3-0, and then we give up and we're playing a clown. We're playing a complete clown. He got a gift on that play to score the touchdown, and then goes for 2 in the fake field goal. I'm not really too concerned about being able to move the ball against him. He's playing a lot of serial cover 2, so he's either playing serial cover 2 or zero blitzing. That's his thing. We hit the curl on the zero blitz off coverage, and once you get by somebody, it's a touchdown. That's just the way it is. No clue how that worked. Actually, I do. He's tried to run skinny post there because he's running a lot of quarters, but there are no deep routes to clear out a safety, so those post routes are bracketed, so we went underneath to the smart route, not the smart route, but the playmaker flat route, and I ran by it. And these are the kind of decisions you get when the game conditions people to do that enough where they've had success doing it. That's the only reason why someone would think to do that. Roll out, drift back, throw across the field late with bodies around them. You know as well as I do that passes can get completed in those situations, but not there. So anyway, I'm up 17-8. He's trying to hit post routes. That time at least he had a square in to get a one-on-one shot, but we're right there on it. And there's nothing really on offense here that's really making me say, wow, I'm going to have a problem holding my defense together. Do we get a turnover on downs? He just gets cracked on that slant route. So I want to put this game away now, get out of here, move on. Up 17-8. Don't turn the ball over, but we want to punch it in. We don't want to settle for 3. Pop a little inside zone there against the soft box. Gonna hit the post route, and we are up as we hit Kenny Galladay. I really like that Kenny Galladay item. He's basically a not too poor man's Julio Jones. Very similar. Doesn't have as good traits as Julio, but the ratings are pretty close. Plus, they're similar physical stature as far as height is concerned. I'm pretty happy with him. So 24-8. Let's get him off the field here and hopefully get an ejection. Pick there off the tip drill would have been nice, but we don't get it. And, this is one of those guys who I don't think he has very much of a rhyme or reason of what he wants to do. He just wants to run down the field and throw post routes. He's not taking the intermediate and, short, middle, and sidelines. But my guy does not animate, and he gets gifted a touchdown. That happens way too much this year. I clicked on my guy. All I ask is that when I click on a guy and press a button, something happen, please. Like that. That would have been useful a series ago. So we get the ball back. Big hole there on the inside zone. Just want to score and get this game done and just move on. I don't like playing in games with people like this because, one, fluky things can happen that can make the game closer than it needs to be and keep you in it long. And plus, playing too many people like this, it just doesn't help you. If anything, it can make you worse because you get complacent and you start playing down to their level, and it could end up hurting you down the road. Where you do play somebody who's good, you're used to playing a bonehead and you just aren't as on your game. It dulls your senses, or dulls mine, you know, at least. So anyway, come on, let's go. Get Galladay, get that slow spin. That's the one thing Galladay isn't really great at. He's not great after the catch. Christian McCaffrey in the draw. And, you know, this game is pretty much over. I just want it to end. He's not going to win. I just want it over soon. Again, chunks the ball up at double coverage. We usually pick that. And we're going to run it back a nice amount of way. Well, we would have had a touchdown potentially if we were able to stay in bounds. But, again, he's staying in there. I'm trying to go downfield. We do. Hit that post route and possession catch it. Knocking on the door again. High point the bad boy. And how is that not a touchdown? What is going on with the catching? They're disrespectful. I mean, I was kind of disgusted with the result of the previous play, and, you know, just said, you know what, I'm just going to high point that no matter what, and whatever happens, happens. Sneaking aggressive pass rush. Didn't really use it all game except for there. He's going to chuck downfield again. We're going to INT it. And again, I just want the game over. But he will not go away, so we got to keep on playing. Playing some hard flats over there, which opens up the hole for that curl route. Here I get greedy. I just go for the killer shot here because A, I don't feel threatened by my opponent, and B, I just I just want to score and get the game over with. But, you know, we don't convert there. And here he's still trying to run this split back post angle combo, but he will not take the comeback route on the weak side. He just won't throw it, so he gets sacked again. Same play again. The comeback's there on your left, but he just says he does not want to put that route. He's locked into the high-low up in the middle with that post route and the angle route. And, you know, if he's not going to attack that sideline when it's there, I'm not going to let him off the hook. I'm going to let him keep on doing what he's doing. And, of course, you know, the coup de grace stupidity. Running a fake punt on 4th and 18. Just shoot me now, please. I mean, God. So, anyway, that'll end the game, and we defeat him, and we go on a merry way. That's a guy who should have been shut out. He should not have scored a single point. I don't know how many of y'all out there have heard Rex Dickson's interview that he did with Dubby. Dubby, if you guys are not aware, he's one of the top competitive dudes out there, and he does a podcast, and he had Rex Dickson on, and Rex was going on about, you know, his tug of war with the higher-ups at EA when it comes to, you know, wanting to implement his vision for the game and what his bosses were allowing him to do, so to speak. And one of the things he talked about was how the higher-ups want the game to be casual-friendly. They put a lot of marketing and resources into the Madden Championship Series, and they want people to feel... They want as many people to feel like they have a chance to compete, to win items in Weekend League, and compete on the leaderboards as possible. And to do that, what do? They dummy the game down. You have your noob-friendly mechanics like Ball Hawk, and you have your, you know, noob-friendly things that happen, such as, you know, your defenders not animating as they should be for tackles, sacks, picks, pass breakups, and the like. And you get a guy like that who feels like he's in the game, when in reality, he should be run off the field. I mean, he wasn't never in the game, but the game hadn't gotten away from him soon enough to make him feel like he was not competitive in it. And that's what they want. That is a battle, you know, Rex unfortunately lost because Rex is no longer there. And this patch-filled, bug-filled game that we have this year is, in my opinion, the result of that tug of war. What the devs want to do and what the quote-unquote, you know, suits do. And when you combine that with how resources are allocated or not allocated, this is what you get. resources, time, and conflict between dev and management as far as vision is concerned. There you go. So anyhow, game number 2. We're playing more of a meta warrior on offense. You see the trips tight end that you all know and love being played. He's going no huddle, you know, inside zone, level sail. You're going to see, you know, shot wheel. He's flipping to play here. Actually, he's not flipping to play. He's playing another formation, so I'm not quite sure what he runs here. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm in my quarters here, 2x2. I'm going to be playing on the 3 rack. Got a spy in the hole, you know, the usual stuff. I got to watch to see if the curl flat, not the curl flat, but the quarter flats are going to bomb out and it's chase crossers across the field when they shouldn't. And I take one crosser, and I think that kind of made him panic and chucked that one up. Going to hit Tariq Hill, and we're up 14-0. So now he's going to go empty. Empty 4 verse with the drag. Everything holds. And again, people do that because they've gotten away with it enough so that they haven't been punished enough to think to themselves, you know what, I shouldn't make that kind of throw. Period. That's why they do it. But we got the INT there. Gonna check down to McCaffrey, try to make some magic happen, try to go up 21-0. But, you know, we got to check it down, and we're going to go up 17-0. So again, looks like I'm in pretty good shape with this game as well. Here he changes the personnel group, but it's the same concepts. You know, still treat it like trips. And sure enough, level sail. Here's the table route. Now here comes the inside zone. I think that was actually an 0-1 trap. That got crushed, and he's going to go no huddle here. Going to stay in the same thing. Going to make sure we have a hard flat there for that table route. Going to user the weak side safety. Nothing. He didn't know what to do. 4th and 3, same thing, and somehow we get out-leveraged. Another thing, consistency. Same adjustment. I didn't do anything different. And good lord, he passed up the wide open guy to throw that over the head. Well, not really over the head. My defender just didn't react to anything. Yeah, consistency. You make the same adjustment 2 plays in a row, 2 entirely different thing happens, and you have a defender between the receiver and the ball, and the defender does nada. Or a little hitch seam concept. Again, take what's there. Hope we don't fumble. McCaffrey out of the backfield. Again, 17-3, everything's in my favor. Just want to take time off the clock, move the ball, don't turn the ball over. Don't get the catch there, which is unfortunate. 17-3 still. I'm not really concerned about that. Run the ball if you want. Now we're into the gun bunch portion of our programming. Pat Sale, and look at how late the corner on your left is to transition towards man coverage. It's just a straight solo check there, man. I mean, geez. It's Deion Sanders. It's 99 man coverage, 99 zone coverage, Deion Sanders, and he, you know, transitions that badly and trails the route that badly on that. Really got to clean up, you know, transitional movement. Again, you know, meta stuff. That's one of the more stupid things in the game. That motion snap out of that bunch formation. And here we got a complete coverage bork. My corner on that side of the field somehow went across the field, and the mid-read didn't match the crosser. So, again, guys scoring, getting let off the hook, who shouldn't be scoring. Forces that. We're going to run it back. That's going to put us up 10. I don't know why he went for 2 there. Didn't really make much sense to me, but hey, it's his world. But he makes a bad read, pays for it there. Down 19-9. And this play was actually surprising in a good way. That was a long trap. I didn't anticipate that working as well as it did, but it did a really nice job. I wish things like buck sweep and HB counter and halfback inline HB base got the same love. Again, it's just one of those things about this game, you know, just trying to figure out what works consistently, what's blocked consistently in a logical fashion. I don't mean what works consistently in a money play fashion, but what works consistently based off of how the plays are supposed to be executed and read. That's all you really want. So, we get rid of that guy. We go on to this dude. This guy has a little bit of a Cowboys team feel going on. And what do you know? Split close. Starts out with the draw. Okay. And would you believe that this dope is milking the clock the first possession of the game? The things people do. Here comes HB Wheel. And that's Roquan having OBJ across his face. It just tells me I got to get him off the field and put, 2 safeties in there. I usually have Sean Taylor at one backer spot in the nickel and Roquan in there, but if Roquan's going to be crossed up like that by OBJ, which he should, he's a damn linebacker, for crying out loud. I ran about that all the time. Linebackers being able to cover in space against receivers too well, then I got to yank him. So that'll end up doing, I'll have both Jamal Adams and Sean Taylor subbed in there. So we only give up a 3, so trying to march on back, hit the corner route there on the fork concept, fork/switch/scissors, whatever you want to call it. That one I didn't get the catch animation here. We go down the seam, and Jerry Rice drops the ball. Too much of those. Next play, we're going to go up to Moss, get mossed. We don't care about your feelings. Moss one-on-one. You gotta take one-on-one shots to the Randy Mosses of the world a couple of times a game. If you're not, then why do you have him on your team? My position on Ags, aggressive catches, has always been consistent. One-on-one is fair game either way as far as, who comes down with the ball. I'll never complain about that. Within reason. If a bum is specking over Deion Sanders, a guy with, let's say you're throwing spec catch attempts to a guy with spec catch of 85, catching traffic of 85 against a guy with 95, 99, coverage, and he's coming down with a fair share of them, yeah, that I'll complain about. But other than that, whatever happens one-on-one happens. Now the one-on-two, one-on-threes, those you never want to see. Those should not be plentiful at all and should result in turnovers more often than not. They did a really bad job. I'm going to go for it, 4th down. I'm going to create a little bit of a vertical stems concept there with twin comebacks on each side wide. He only rushed one guy, but unfortunately for him, he didn't have anyone giving support to the flat, so easy pickings. Table route to McCaffrey, so we're knocking on the door again. Let's go. High point to Moss. So it's a Randy Moss show here so far for me. And again, like the last guy, he wants to run skinny post against press quarters, or against quarters, but, again, if there's nothing clearing out the safeties, or one of the safeties, you're not going to get a one-on-one. They're going to be bracketed if they don't lose leverage. Then the next play, he gets sacked, and then on 4th and 7, he throws the table around. Level sale, he throws the table around on 4th and 7. God. Now here, I am just completely disrespectful. I say, you know what, I'm going to throw this corner post route no matter what. I kind of want to see what happens. I want to see if I can hit it. But, of course, the linebacker can change direction better than the receiver, and he gets the user pick. Good on him. I got disrespectful there, and again, it's one of those things that I do every now and then when I don't fear my opponent. I'll do stuff like that. So, again, he has the ball back, 14-3. It's a split close. I'm going to bring a blitz. He's going to run play action. Nada. Now he's in 2x2. This looks like some type of potential for play action deep out or deep attack. And Ed Reed somehow whiffs on the ball, and he scores. So just like that, it's a 14-10 game. And, that's the downside of when you get those disrespectful moments, when you don't capitalize and you open yourself up to fluky stuff. There, Randy Moss somehow spins out of that. Again, just running, smash and hitch seam concepts a lot against this guy. And if he's not going to hard flat them, it's going to be an easy completion. Some inside zone. Not sure what I'm running here. I'm trying to... I actually want to see if I can get a corner route or the post route. I don't get neither. The flat's chilling there, so I hit that. And here, we don't get the animation that keeps us into the end zone, or inbounds, rather. And I try to high point it again, but it gets thrown on a line. Don't know why that happened. So it's straight on a bullet. So now, all of a sudden, he has a chance to take the lead if he scores a touchdown on this drive with a little over a quarter to go. So all of a sudden, I got to get my act together and, you know, turn up the heat. Horrible read there. Just horrible. Horrible. 4th and 4 is going to go for it. What do you think he's going to run? If you get this right, you get nothing. Little sail, tail route. Somehow, the hard flat gets out leveraged again. How? How does that happen? Jeez. Single back, here's Wham. He's just, you know, cycling through meta. Cycling through it all with all of his freaking heart and soul. This could potentially be a play action cross shot play, or, well, I see the motion. It's probably not going to be. No, it is. I get my user on. He makes a throw into what ends up being triple coverage, and we get the ball right back. Inside zone. I'm not really doing anything fancy, you know, light box inside zone, you know, hitch seam concepts, smash concepts, verticals. No fumbles, thank God, and, you know, just try to make clean reads. That gets destroyed. Jeez. That I thought would do much better, considering the canyon size hole that opened up that instantaneously closed somehow. So we have to settle for 3. So we're going to be up 17-10 with a minute 20 left. Back to a split close. Back to his HB wheel. Somehow that gets through. Same thing again. Nope, he's going to run cross. To him in bounds. Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick, tick. He calls timeout. This is probably going to be, yeah, this is play action cross. He just motioned the guy across, and I don't know why he threw that. That was either a mistake, or he didn't feel like he could trust getting the throw over my user, and he panicked. So we're going to deal that out, and we're going to win this game. Alrighty, so we put this one to bed. A little closer than it needed to be, but whatever. We don't care about style points here. This is the final game of this video, and here we decided to drop some coin on this new Keyshawn Johnson. Can't have Keyshawn just sitting on an auction block, not in a jet studio now, can we? Wouldn't be right. Always liked Keyshawn Johnson. So here we go, and here we go again with the same old, same old. Begins the game with the level sail table route. Wash, rinse, repeat. Inside zone. You know, this is what makes it so hard to play through too many of these. You just see the same thing over and over again. At this time he's in tray, and looking, didn't get a pass rush there. Force a check down at least. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do here. We're in cover 3 double buzz, or cover 3 buzz, I should say, and we're controlling Earl Smith in the robber coverage, and we get the user lurk. So on offense we go. Hit the off coverage curl. Actually, we tried to hit the off coverage curl, it gets dropped. Likes to pinch his O-line, and he, you know, was playing off, and I thought he blitzed, but either way, I had a cushion there, and we don't get a catch there either. Again, these catch animations not triggering. I threw this way too late. Could have thrown that much sooner, so we turned that ball over. He's running a little angle out there at the back, and I don't know how I don't animate. That should have been user pick number 2, but it was not, so he's in business. Play action. You see crossers there. Just irritating, man. Really, really irritating. Tight flex. This, to me, tight flex is by far, for me at least anyway, the hardest formation to defend. Basically, my approach when I really see tight flex is just to blitz the hell out of it and hope I have the initial read covered and the blitz gets there. I don't think you can play. I've yet to have success against tight flex playing, predominantly coverage, rushing 4, rushing 3, even rushing 5. I find I have to, send 6 in order to consistently, make someone have to process things and force them into mistakes. So anyway, we'll hold to a field goal there. Hit Galladay there in a shallow cross. Death taxes in the shallow cross. That time, Dre right hands onto the ball. On that option route, curl route, they'll inside stem versus zone, so you'll have a window to hit there on the run. You don't have to wait until he hits the top of his route, which is what I did there. I just hit him on the run and he's able to hang on. Going to go for it here, and I completely botched this. That was just a silly mistake. I'm not playing very well this game at all. That was just stupid. Dumb. Completely and totally my own fault. No one to blame there but myself. And he actually got a hand on that. Incomplete, but God, how'd they even get through? Runs the ball here. So again, I got to keep him out again. Trying with all my might. He runs play action. I think I got lost there. That was my fault. That was my guy all the way. I just didn't see him until I saw him, which was way too late by that time. Trying to scramble here. I'm trying to dive on the ground, but I don't. So now I'm really up against it. Down 10-0. He has the ball at the 35 on my side of the field. Not looking good. Really need to not give up any more points. And again, that got through. Jeez. Not looking good, folks. Not looking good. Almost came down with that, too. So I'm fighting against it pretty hard. Sending the spy. Please get him. Those got to be fumbles. Those stopped being fumbles right around, I would say first update of Madden 17. Sack fumbles just vanished. Dissipated almost completely. There we go. That's what I wanted to do the first time I threw that seam route. I just happened to throw it way too late. Throw that one earlier. We're in business. How is he not down and in? Going to try a post-corner combo there to your left. It's not quite there. I try to scramble, but I get sacked. Should have come to the left. So, settle for the field goal. So at least we got something on the board now. Just got to tighten the screws here on defense. We get the ball back second half. That's always a positive. Had my choice of 2 post routes there. So we're in business early. Looking. Vic. Hits the crosser on the run. Knocking on the door. Let's go. And we get in. So 13-10. Feeling pretty good. Just can't allow anything crazy to happen on defense. I'm playing pretty well except for that one, breakdown in the red zone where he had a wide open receiver, which I failed to account for. Vic just gets blasted there. Somehow hangs on. Even if he did fumble, he probably fumbles it out of bounds, so it's all moot. And there is Gronk. Now that's Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis getting a step and mossing Patrick Peterson. How? Ugh. So here we are back in the trips tight end type stuff. Only a 3-man route here. Everything's covered. He's running. Playmaker. And, that's unfortunate. Don't know what he tried there, but he got sacked by Alan Page. It looked like it was just stick, but he did not want to throw the hit shot. I was on the slant. And on that one, I have no idea what he was trying to do there. Those routes were just... I don't know. I don't know. I give up sometimes trying to figure out what people are thinking route combo-wise. I just try to cover it as best I can. So I hold to a field goal, 16-10. Try to hit the high point there to Keyshawn. He can't hold on. 4th and 6 going for it. Hit the seam route there. He was in, looks like he was either in cloud flat or hard flat, and you lose the redirect when you do that. And again, another one of these sideline non-catches. Why is that happening so much? Gets sacked there. So again, 4th and forever. Up against it. Have all day to throw. Moss clutches up on the possession route. Possession catch, post route. Got to do chill it there in the flat. Jerry Rice. Got Rice again. And we spin inside and we score. So, you know, got to get a stop here. So 56 seconds left. There's an eternity with 3 timeouts. Wow. Holy jump out of your shoes, defender. The crazy, you know, paradox with this game. You got guys who sometimes don't animate, don't move, just let things happen to them. Then you have plays like that where guys just make insane leaping plays. SWAT team there. 3rd and 4. Stop the short. 4th and inches. We're going to be hard flats all the way. Got a spy there. Covering underneath. And he tries to run for it and does not get it. Don't think he felt confident throwing to the area where my user was at. And they had the hard flats there for the table route and whatnot. And he didn't have anything breaking outside behind it. So away you go. And that is that. That's that for, you know, this video at least. We grind through these 3 games, and there you have it. Living in my spread and base 4-man D-line match defense world. Talked some game, talked some Rex, talked some noob-friendly gameplay, and just playing out the string in Madden this year, man. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.